There are hidden costs when buying a house, and you already know this. Buying a house is not cheap. It is expensive. First, you need the down payment, and then you have the closing costs. So I'm going to talk about the 5 hidden costs when buying a house. So let's look at one of the 5 hidden costs. The first hidden cost when you buy a home is the closing fees and the prepaid fees. What are those fees? Well, when you get a loan, you have the underwriting fees which the lenders charge. You have the points that a lender may charge you. It could be half a point or 1 point, which in other words is the commissions that the lenders charge you. There's also appraisal fees. So typically your closing costs are generally 3 to 5% of your purchase price. So when you factor in to buy a house on top of your down payment, whether it's your FHA loan, which you could get as low as 3.5%, or if you're a VA loan with a 0% down, you still have the closing cost, or if you're putting 10% down or a 20% down on a conventional loan on a $500,000 house. So let's say you're putting 10% down, you need $50,000 and up to $15,000, anywhere from $9,000 to $15,000 in additional fees to pay up front. So be prepared. Hidden cost number 2. Whenever we sell a house as agents, or at least whenever I sell a house and I'm representing the buyer, I always highly recommend that the buyers do a home inspection. A lot of times the buyer want to bring a handyman or their uncles or moms or somebody who knows about contracting to inspect the house. But we don't recommend that. We highly recommend a professional licensed home inspectors. So they go through the house and check everything, the electrical plugs, the plumbing, the air conditioning flow, the closets, the locks. So they check everything, and that could run anywhere from $500 to $600. That's a typical fee, at least in Orange County. Sometimes you may want to get additional inspections. Let's say you have a swimming pool, so you may want to have the pool equipment inspected. So all these can add up anywhere from $500 to $1,000. So keeping track of these expenses that are kind of hidden is very important should you decide to purchase a home. And I hope you are thinking about buying a home. Before I go to hidden cost number 3, I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Mike Patel with First Team Real Estate right here in Anaheim Hills. And if you're coming here for the first time or your second or third visit, please subscribe below and follow, and also hit the like button. I would really appreciate your support. So moving on to hidden cost number 3, especially is what we call the HOA fees, Homeowners Association. A lot of the homes, especially in Orange County and a lot of the newer communities these days, not only in Orange County, but throughout California and all the new homes that are being built, there are association fees. A typical fee in Orange County for a townhome complex is at least $300. I've seen as high as $500. There are gated communities that charge $700, $800, $900 a month for association fees. That's a hidden cost. So if your mortgage payment was $3,000 and now you add another $400, $500, $600 a month association fee, that's just like paying your principal and interest or a mortgage. So when you purchase a home, look into the association fees, talk to your lender, make sure that with this association fee, whether it's $200 or $300 or $500, you will qualify because they will count that as an expense. So hidden cost number 3 is your homeowners association. And I want to give you a bonus on it. With the new homes being built, newer communities like Irvine and Rancho Santa Margarita in Orange County, a lot of these communities have high Melrose tax and assessment tax. So that could be additional $300, $400 a month. So on top of your closing cost, your down payment, your association fees, a lot of the newer communities have Melrose tax and assessment fees, additional fees, which may cover public schools and water and park that the builders have to build, which they shove the cost to buyers. Hidden cost number 4. When you purchase a home, you're so excited, you move in, and anything could happen. There could be a roof leak. I remember back in the 90s when I bought my home, I could barely afford the home, barely scraped up the down payment, and we bought the home in July, and in August, September, for 2 years, there were very, very heavy rains. And guess what? Both the years, we had heavy roof leaks, and I had to fix them. I was out of cash. I had to borrow money to fix the roof leaks. I fixed it the first year. I patched it up. Cost me thousands of dollars. And then the second year it rained again and I had to repatch it again. So that was expensive for me. So anything could happen. You could have air conditioning go out or other things go out. So that's what we call unexpected repairs. But be prepared to pay for your regular maintenance like yard work. If you buy a home with a pool, you're going to have equipment running and you may have to fix the equipment. So there's a lot of unexpected cost, or in this case, expected cost that you should figure on when you buy a house. The other cost that I have that I did not think about is that we have a large yard. So when we bought the home, we had to hire a gardener because certainly I did not have time to do the gardening. And today that gardener cost me $135 a month. Luckily, I'm able to pay that because he's charging me a reasonable fees, but that's an additional cost on top of my association fees and mortgage payments and repairs and all that. So these hidden costs do add up. Before I go to the next hidden cost, I wanted to let you know that on this video, please see it. It talks about the ridiculous home buying tips should you be looking for a home. The fifth tip now is your utility bills. So when you buy a home, assuming you have a principal and interest and taxes and insurance, you have association fees, you have repairs, now you have utility fees. It used to be light, water and gas, but now in this high-tech world, we have electricity, we have water bill, we have a trash bill, and you have to figure Wi-Fi bill, internet connection. If you want cable, which all the homes have, or Wi-Fi, internet TV or cable, those are all additional costs, and that could add up to $500, $600, $700, $1,000 a month. I know we bought a property in the desert and our electric bill in the desert last month was $700, which we didn't know it was going to be that high because $700 unexpected. It was very hot and we paid the bill. So be prepared to pay for your utility bills. Before you buy the house, check around to see what the averages are, what the electric bills are, what the gas bills are. Does the house have solar? If the house has a solar, you may have to take over the solar payment, which could be $300, $400 a month. But it could save you on electric bill, but that cost is upfront. So utility bills are very critical. Know what the bills are, know what your association fees are, tally all the unexpected bills on top of your principal and interest and tax and insurance, which we call the PITI, and then buy the house. By the way, I'm going to give you a bonus tip, and here it is. Bonus tip when you buy a house. So let's say you are expecting all these costs, but you wanted a pool or you wanted a large yard. So did you know that when you have a pool, your water bill is going to go up and your electric bill or gas bill is going to go up because it's running all the time, the filter's running all the time. In the summertime, the water evaporates, so you have to keep filling the water. So that adds up. And if you have a large yard, of course, you're going to have additional maintenance work on the yard, but it'll cost you more in your water bills because the larger the yard, the more water bill it costs. And 60% of our water bills in average or on average, at least in Orange County, is your outside water or landscaping water. So larger the yard, larger your water bill. So hope this helped. Please subscribe.